Morning, guys. Last comment in regards to my Puufta Trainers little thread that I started a couple days ago, and I did a premiere last night, a 4-minute little video, but just playing around with YouTube. But in a general sense, it's something that bugs me. It's been that way for a lot of years because I paid my dues. I went out and did my thing the hard way, earned it by apprenticing and learning it the hard way and doing it for years, and I always have, and I probably always will. I always go towards somebody that knows more than me, that I want some knowledge or whatever, and I will be humble again. It's the way it works. But in my world, in my heart, it's just the way I am. I have to feel that I really have a really good expertise in doing something before I ever came out and did a seminar and went to those extents. It just wouldn't be me to do it any other way. So I had a person, it's probably an anonymous attitude coming from him. Good morning, Mama. Cold out here. And she says, I'm hungry. I got to get these puppies out of here. And not my puppies. You came in under the fence and went and had your puppies underneath that house, and you were here when I showed up. You go on, get. Good. So in a nutshell, the gentleman made a comment, that everybody's got to get started somehow, leave these people alone, this, that. And I came back and said, well, what about the ignorant masses that end up paying good money? And a lot of times these kids are charging, upwards of $3,500, $3,800, and they just hung out a shingle, okay? I don't even charge, I charge about half of that, So it is what it is. But, buddy, with me, buddy, with me. Good. Yeah, I know that's hard not to be with that, isn't it? So, point taken. And then he said, control of the industry is not a good thing, and too much control, and that this is a better way of doing things. But I say it's a cultural thing. I think that us as professionals need to police our own industry with attitudes like mine. The more professionals that have an attitude like me, that have earned it the hard way, that have done it the old school way, and not just went out and hung out a shingle and say, Puufta, I'm an expert, and then take advantage of the public in a general sense like that. It's wrong. And there's no more values as far as the morals and the ethics that I had when I was a young man are no longer here. So that's part of the problem. They don't have any qualms in doing something like that within themselves. As far as their identities, they don't feel it's wrong to do it that way. But it is. You're selling your expertise to the public. You're saying that you're a professional that has the expertise to give them the help that they need, and they can produce product. And I'll tell you right now, you can't, okay? You're watching too many Instagram videos, and you think you know what you're doing, and you go out there and you do it, and you have no clue. And I've went through that right now with that trainer that I'm helping learn and grow by him paying me to augment and to accent subcontracting his clients. And I don't mind doing that, and I'm giving him my knowledge as he goes along, because he's got a healthy attitude. And he now knows that his customers what matter, and the quality in his product is more important to him, so he's paying me to do that. But the holes that he had in his training were a great example of these kids, because they have no clue that impulse control is so important, and all the things, the pieces of the puzzle that you got to put together to really have a good quality companion dog, to really have a dog that's well trained, that's going to fulfill the function for the customer and really understand what you're doing, is a lot more than just behaviors. Heel, sit, down, stay, come, and a finish. And that's what they see online. And luring, they're luring the dog. That's what this gentleman got stuck in doing. He's good at luring. Can't take that away from him. He's excellent at the food and the luring. But he's missing so many other things in his training. He's getting a lot more now because I've been giving him this knowledge base, because I'm yakking in his direction, right? Because I'm seeing all the holes in his training, and I'm saying, these are all the gaps and things that you don't even cover in your dog. It's not just heel, sit, down, stay. Just because you can get the dog to down doesn't mean that he's not going to stay there when a squirrel comes running by. You know what I mean? There's so much more involved with having a dog that's functional. How did I learn that? My first boss was a seeing eye dog trainer, right? And he gave me a lot of knowledge in regards to that, how to use environment. That's why I use environment so much, right? Environmental is kind of, that stuck with me when I went to the Canine Street League, and a couple of them came out, yeah, Mr. Environmental, and I was kind of cracking up, but then I didn't realize that was the image that I put out, because I do so much videos in regards to the environment that I use, because it's so important in building your dog and producing a product that's going to be functional for your customer, you know. So that's the last I'll talk about this for now, until the next Puufta trainer comes over and pisses me off. You know what I mean? And it's you know something, I like the guy, I want him to succeed, and I know he's going to, because I always told him right off the bat that his one thing that he's got that 90% of the other kids that come out of the woodwork have is that they don't have the passion that this guy has. And so he put a little slant on it the other day, passion and perseverance, you know. And he's saying in a nutshell, that's what and he will. I mean, he's going to be a self-taught dog trainer, you know, and until he gets to the point, and he's going out there. I think he's going to Mexico to work with a bunch of the Mexican police over there, and they're good trainers, by the way. They come over here and do a couple police canine trials over here, and I've seen them a couple times, and they're good trainers. I got to give them credit for that. And then I think he saw Bambino's little play on doing a decoy seminar that he's going to be doing. Bambino's very well respected. I've had him do a lot of work for me already, and that's a Spanish guy. So a Mexican-American Spanish. Bambino's good people, and he'll learn a lot from that. He's going, birds of a feather kind of flock together. He's going towards his people in that regard. So, you know, it's all well and good, and he'll get there and he'll hate my guts because I've stirred the pot like this, but it's good. Put a fire under his ass and make him work all the harder to get the recognition that he feels in his heart he deserves. But he needs to stop acting like an expert at this point in time and come in when he really does have the expertise, then start talking what you really do know, not just what you're intellectually aware of, right? There's a big difference. All right, Mark Ferrasci, ProTech Dog Training, signing off from the high desert. Cold like a witch's tit out here this morning. Got my gloves on. It is a cold day. I'll talk to you guys later, and Merry Christmas and have a good New Year's, you guys. Bye-bye.